Every month, I break down what's actually happening in the Mount Dora area real estate market using real data, not headlines, so you can make confident decisions on whether you're thinking about buying, selling, or just keeping an eye on things. I'm Riley, your Mount Dora realtor. Let's get started. This month, I want to walk you through the trends from May, June, and July of 2025. So we're going to look at pricing, we'll look at how long homes are taking to sell, and what it means for you if you're ready to buy or sell right now. For these updates, I'm always looking at numbers within about a 1 mile radius of Mount Dora, Eustis, and Tavares, and that gives us a much clearer picture of what's happening here locally, not just what's happening across all of Central Florida. So let's start with inventory. In May and June, we were sitting at about 5 months of inventory, which is pretty balanced for the most part. In July, that number ticked up slightly to 6 months, and that might not seem like a major shift, but it's actually the first increase that we've seen since winter. So it tells us more homes are sitting on the market a little longer, or that buyers are fewer and far between on pulling the trigger. I am definitely seeing the latter in my personal business, especially when it comes to listings. We are no longer in a multiple offer situation, but now we're in situations where homes are sitting 2, even 3 months and not seeing any action. So these numbers certainly don't mean that the market is crashing, but it just means that the pace is softening a little bit, which is good for prices. Now, let's talk about prices. May was the peak so far this year with a median sales price of $400,000. In June, that dropped slightly to $390,000, and it held steady at $390,000 in July. So even though inventory increased, prices didn't drop again. So it tells us demand is still healthy, especially from a lot of those relocation buyers who are moving into the area from higher priced markets, but also signals that buyers are being a little bit more particular and more cautious, and sellers are still holding out for those higher prices that just aren't realistic these days. Where we really see this shift show up is in days on market. So in May, homes were at about 55 days to sell. That rose to 61 days in June, and in July, the median number of days on market jumped to 76. And that's a pretty significant increase. It means that even though pricing held steady, homes are taking a lot longer to go under contract. So if you're listing your home, you need to go in with the understanding that it might take more time, and that today's buyers are willing to wait for the right home and negotiate a little bit more. This is where presentation and pricing really come into play. You can't just list your home and expect it to sell in a weekend anymore. But if it's clean, if it's staged, and it's priced right, it will still move, just might take a little bit longer. So the big question is now a good time to buy or sell? Buyers, let me talk to you first. If you're buying, this actually might be a nice sweet spot. Inventory is up, which means you have a lot more options. Prices are stable and homes are sitting a little longer, which gives you a little bit more leverage and more time to make decisions without feeling rushed. You're not in a bidding war every time, and you're not overpaying for homes that aren't worth it. Now, for my sellers, if you're selling, the market is still active, but strategy matters more than ever. Gone are the days of throwing a listing up and expecting multiple offers overnight. You need strong pricing, great marketing, and a good plan in place. Buyers are still out there, especially those that are relocating into the area and are still making moves when the right property comes along. So if you want to talk about what this means for your specific situation, whether you're buying or you're selling, my phone number is right here. My email address is in the description box. Please feel free to reach out, text me, call me, email me. Would love to chat through your specific plan and your needs for buying or selling. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. I share Mount Dora area market updates, neighborhood tours, and real estate tips every week. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.